Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, is a condition that quietly reshapes the aging body long before outward signs of frailty appear. Unlike general muscle deconditioning caused by inactivity, sarcopenia is a complex biological process driven by a cascade of internal changes that begin as early as our 30s and accelerate with age. Understanding what causes this decline is not just an academic exercise. It provides a roadmap for intervention. While sarcopenia is influenced by factors we can't entirely avoid, such as hormonal shifts and cellular aging, it is far from inevitable. In fact, emerging science shows that many of its drivers are modifiable through lifestyle, targeted exercise, and dietary strategies. At the core of sarcopenia is a gradual imbalance between muscle protein synthesis and muscle protein breakdown. In youth, these two processes are well regulated, maintaining a steady level of muscle mass as the body responds efficiently to signals like resistance exercise and protein intake. But as we age, this balance begins to tip toward net loss. One key reason is anabolic resistance, the diminished responsiveness of aging muscle to stimuli that once easily triggered growth. Older muscles don't react to protein intake or mechanical load with the same efficiency as younger tissue, meaning that even when an older person eats well or exercises, the resulting muscle growth is muted unless intensity and nutritional strategies are optimized. Hormonal changes also play a substantial role. Testosterone and growth hormone, two anabolic hormones that support muscle maintenance and regeneration, decline steadily with age in both men and women. Similarly, levels of insulin like growth factor 1, IGF-1, another potent promoter of muscle protein synthesis, decrease over time. These hormonal shifts do not cause sarcopenia outright, but they do reduce the body's natural capacity to repair and build muscle after stress or injury. When combined with a sedentary lifestyle or insufficient protein intake, this sets the stage for accelerated loss. Another major factor contributing to sarcopenia is chronic, low-grade inflammation, a state often referred to as inflammaging. As the immune system becomes dysregulated with age, it produces higher levels of inflammatory cytokines like interleukin-6, IL-6, and tumor necrosis factor alpha, TNFA, which interfere with muscle regeneration and accelerate breakdown. This persistent inflammation also impairs mitochondrial function, reducing the energy available to support muscle repair and daily movement. However, unlike acute inflammation that resolves after illness or injury, this background inflammation tends to linger and worsen without targeted interventions. Importantly, sarcopenia is not synonymous with simply being inactive. While physical inactivity certainly accelerates muscle loss, sarcopenia occurs even in individuals who maintain some level of activity, but do not address the deeper biological changes driving muscle degradation. This distinction matters because it highlights the need for a multifaceted approach. Casual walking or light activity, while beneficial for cardiovascular health, is typically not intense enough to stimulate meaningful muscle growth or reverse the hormonal and inflammatory contributors to sarcopenia. The hopeful message in all of this is that while sarcopenia has complex origins, it is not irreversible. Resistance training stands out as the most powerful and accessible intervention. By applying mechanical stress to the muscles, it directly counteracts anabolic resistance and stimulates the release of growth factors, even in older adults. Studies consistently show that strength training can significantly increase muscle mass, power, and functional capacity in people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. Equally important is adequate protein intake, particularly high-quality proteins rich in leucine, which can help restore the anabolic response in aging muscle when consumed in sufficient doses across the day. Anti-inflammatory strategies also hold promise. Diets rich in omega-3 fatty acids, colorful fruits and vegetables, and plant polyphenol can reduce systemic inflammation. Likewise, proper sleep, stress management, and avoidance of smoking all help lower inflammatory load and support hormonal balance. Ultimately, the science of sarcopenia offers both a warning and a path forward. Muscle loss is not merely a passive consequence of getting older. It is an active process shaped by hormonal decline, chronic inflammation, and reduced responsiveness to growth stimuli. But this also means it can be influenced, slowed, managed, and in many cases reversed. Understanding the biology behind sarcopenia empowers individuals to take meaningful steps that preserve strength, mobility, and independence. Aging may be inevitable, but frailty is not. With the right tools, the aging body can remain resilient, vital, and capable long past the years when muscle loss once seemed unavoidable.